Hey everybody, Brandon here with SYS for another Tech Tip Tuesday. On this week's video, we're going to go over how to use Gmail. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's get into some Gmail. Obviously, the first thing you're going to want to do is open Gmail. So open any browser of your choice up here in the URL bar, gmail.com. You may need to log in. I am already in. You can see my inbox here. So this is just a free email service developed by Google, and there's a few things we're going to learn today with it. We're going to send some emails, organize what's come to us, manage those contacts that are emailing us, and then we'll create and use some labels there at the end just before we close out. So starting with sending an email. They move this button often, but it's always going to be composed. It's usually up here at the top left. You click that to open this box, and now we can start an email. The to field here at the top is who you're going to be emailing. Let's email our friend Arnold at eou.edu. Sometimes if you emailed them before, it'll just pop up here, easy for you to use. Subject line, hello. You can see here in my inbox these invitations. It's just kind of the big bold, what is this about before you click into it. And then the body is the main email. We're just going to say, hello, Arnold. Very friendly, nice and simple. A few tools down here where you can start formatting things, attaching files, links. A little more heavy-handed, but we'll get into that another time. So for now, we'll just send this guy off, and we're set. We've now emailed Arnold. So now that we're professionals at sending emails, let's get into some of the organization we can do with the emails that have come our way here in our inbox. You'll see that this top red email I have selected. Once you select that, you'll see this context menu pops up with some of the things you can do. This first one here is archive. This allows you to clean up your inbox without deleting your emails. You can just archive them and find them in a hidden folder later on if you still need those, just in case. After that, report spam. This just blocks and reports harmful messages. Delete trash can. Everyone knows this one. Let's not click that yet. I still need this example. And then mark as unread. So you can see that this email was read. I click this, goes back to unread status. Click it again, back to read status. Allows you to just bounce back and forth between that. And then right afterwards is snooze. Now snooze mutes an email message and removes that email from your inbox. It can be found later on in the inbox underneath the snoozed label. Add to tasks. This allows you to create a to-do list directly in your inbox. You can add tasks by clicking on the add task icon over here, kind of go into that app, and this allows you to create functions with that with each email you select. Move to. This one I do like. You can take any selected email here and move it into these labels, or what we're going to use them as categories. So if it's social, these are just updates on certain things you have. Forum posts you may like, you can move these into those categories to keep them all in one spot and just make it more understandable for you, more personalized in the way that makes sense to you. And finally, labels. Like folders, labels are the sticky notes for your inbox essentially. When you tag an email with a label, any emails found under that label will come up. You can tag emails with multiple labels as well, but we'll get into more of that later on. So now that we've managed our inbox, let's manage where all these emails are coming from. The people, you and I, that use Gmail, they like to call these contacts. So to manage our contacts, we're going to come up here to the Google Apps selector, which opens the menu of all the Google apps. We'll click on contacts, which opens a new window here. You'll see I have nothing yet, so let's create a contact. Let's see, do you remember Arnold from the beginning? Let's see, let's create Arnold. His last name is also Arnold. Here, company, job title. This is if you're creating a specific business contact. It may not be applicable to you. Let's just hop right down to the email, which I do believe was Arnold at eou.edu. You can also add a label to place Arnold into a category, just like you can with your inbox. Down below, you can add his phone number, birthday, any notes, anything else you may want to do. But for now, let's just keep it plain and simple, and we'll hit save up here at the top right to create our contact. And now you see Arnold exists, and you can see a couple of hellos that we've sent him. We're very friendly to Arnold. Now, to manage some of your contacts, you would assume you have a lot more than I do. Arnold's my only friend. You come over here to the left side pane. Underneath contacts, there is frequently contacted. This is essentially just contacts that you are in communication with the most. Below that is directory, which is a tool to search groups and users inside of a Google Apps domain. If you have a personal Gmail, this may not be applicable to you, but with school emails, large businesses, this is where you'd be able to find and contact anybody else that you may need. Underneath that is merge and fix. Now, this is a helpful tool for instances when you have duplicates of the same contact. You can merge those duplicates so there's only one of those contacts instead of multiples. This is most likely going to be when, say, Arnold, my friend, I created that EOU account for him. I may also have him just as an outside of school friend, arnold@gmail.com. That would be two contacts. I could use merge and fix and merge those into one single contact with two different emails underneath to use. All right, so now that we're professionals at managing all of our contacts, let's move into labels before we close out this video. So labels are a great way to organize your emails so that they're easily searchable. For example, if you have emails from a certain class, you can label them that class name. That way, if you need to find all the emails from that class later on, you can just search for the label in the search box of your Gmail to locate all emails specified with that label. But let's look at a little more sense of it, and let's actually create one. So you'll see over here on the left-hand side, we're back in our inbox. We're going to hit more to expand this menu. Come down to create new label. You'll see create new label. Please enter a label name. So let's just call this algebra for all of our algebra messages. Another cool thing before we create this is nest label under. So you can create labels or categories, and then you can nest categories within that. So I've created one previously called classes. That way you can go into classes, and within classes, you can have multiple different classes. For example, here, algebra. So to make that, let's just hit create, and then you'll see classes in algebra. As an example, from what we said before, we can select an email, come over here, use move to, classes algebra, and now that moves out of your inbox to clean things up a little bit, but later on you can easily go to your classes, go into algebra. There you go. Simple as that, very easy to use, and that's labels. Hey everyone, I hope those tips were helpful to use your Gmail. Comment, like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you next week for another Tech Tip Tuesday.